Hello, my name is Klaus Wertenbroch. I'm here to talk to you today about research that my colleagues Amitava Chattopadhyay from INSEAD and Dilip Soman from the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology have done on what you might call the euro illusion. A year ago, many countries in the European Union introduced the euro as a common currency in all these countries. Have you ever asked yourself what has happened to your perception of the prices that you pay as a function of now paying for them in euros? We asked ourselves that question and essentially showed with various laboratory experiments that the number of units into which a currency is divided influences the perception of the value of that currency.
The assertions that we are going to make are consistent with some of the phenomena that have been observed. For example, several statistical organizations have reported in the last several months inflation rate data within the countries that have adopted the euro. Invariably, these numbers are rather large. In fact, in a recent survey published in The Economist, one institution reports that in Italy, the inflation rate has been around 29%, which is staggering. So the question is, why do we get this kind of inflation? One argument could be that, well, retailers or manufacturers rounded up their prices when they converted from the old currency to the euro. Now, first of all, this rounding could not possibly account for these large levels of inflation. Secondly, in some countries, such as in Italy, such rounding up is considered illegal, and therefore this could not possibly account for the effect. So the question then becomes, well, why is it that there has been such a high level of inflation?
If you live in Europe, or if you shop in Europe, if you buy goods and services in Europe, have you ever asked yourself what that change in the currency means for how you perceive the prices that you pay? For example, if, say, you paid 1,936 lira before January 1st, 2002 for an item, a small grocery item that you might have bought in Italy, you would now pay €1. If you pay €1, that we claim, and our laboratory research shows, you will perceive the price as much less expensive than if you paid, or when you paid, 1,936 lira. The reason why that is so is that the perception of the value of the currency depends, as our research shows, on the number of units into which it is divided. Lira are much more numerous, or prices expressed in lira contain many more units than prices expressed in euros. Hence, the effect that we show, we refer to as a currency numerosity effect, meaning that a currency or a price that is expressed in a less numerous currency is usually perceived as much cheaper than a price that is expressed in a more numerous currency.
One outcome of our research, which may have a significant political ramification, is the fact that we would argue that in countries where the numerosity of the currency increases, we would actually expect a decrease in the inflation rate because of the way consumers take decisions. Consequently, in the UK, for example, £1 is going to be worth several or more than €1. As a result, the numerosity of the currency is going to increase, which, all else equal, our research would suggest should lead to a decline in the inflation rate. And consequently, this could be a politically useful argument for those who are in favor of entering into the monetary agreement.
We would be particularly interested in hearing from you observations of your own buying patterns, your own buying habits, that might in fact suggest that what our research shows is right on the money, on the mark, or perhaps also if you have conflicting information, anything you might contribute or might want to contribute to stir a debate on the results of our research would be very welcome. We will be back online in a webcast to discuss these issues with you and look forward to hearing from you.